Okay, sub sublingual glands. These are present below of the tongue region. Okay, so here these glands are open into the small duct of Ravinus, and another joint is there with this duct, that is Bartholin's duct. Okay, this opens with the submandibular ducts at the sublingual cornicle. Okay, these two are open into the same region. Okay, next, composition of saliva. What saliva consists? Saliva lo emuntundi ante, the saliva consists of water mainly. 94 to 99.5% of saliva water present in the saliva. 94 to 99.5% of water only present in the saliva. And some solids are also present. Those solids are two types. The solids are 0.5 to 0.6% of solids are there. Those solids are organic type of solids, and inorganic type of substances are present in the solids portion. So mainly organic type of solids are glycoproteins, they are enzymes, alpha amylase, lysozyme, lactoperoxidase, kallikrein, esterase, acid phosphatase, and mucins. Sorry. Esterase, acid phosphatase, mucins, lactoferrin, blood clotting factors, and hormones, and parotid secretory. The parotid gland secreting some hormones, and secretory immunoglobulins are there. So secretory immunoglobulins means some immunoglobulins are present in the saliva also. Those are called secretory immunoglobulins. Mainly IgA and IgG and IgM. These are called secretory immunoglobulins. Mostly our saliva consists the IgA. IgA type of immunoglobulins are present mostly in saliva. And some inorganic substances are also present. Those are called sodium, calcium, chloride, and bicarbonates and phosphates and potassium, and some less amounts of fluoride and magnesium and iodides. These are present in the saliva. So some organic components, some inorganic components are present in the saliva in very minute portion, that is 0.5 to 0.6%, and more amount of water is there, that is 94 to 99.5% of water is present in the saliva. And next one, functions of saliva. What is the function of saliva? Saliva involved in the protection. How it involve in the protection? Protection means generally we will get the sensation if it is a good food or not. That is by with the saliva. We are tasting the food, but that's why it is a good food or not. So if it is a harmful food or not, we can detect by the saliva. That is a protection mechanism. If it is a harmful, it is a harmful food. If it is a harmful food, sorry. If it is a harmful food, we cannot eat this kind of food. So that is a protection mechanism. And next, buffering. Buffering means balancing the pH. The pH balancing of food takes place by the saliva. And next, pellicle formation. So it forms a a bolus type of nature. So with the adding of saliva only, the food is formed like a pellicle. Okay. And maintenance of tooth integrity. So all the tooth are integrated by the saliva, and all the tooth are working with the help of saliva and antimicrobial action. Saliva consists some enzymes, that is a lysozyme enzyme. This lysozyme enzyme, it is having antimicrobial nature. It kills the bacteria. And tissue repair. So saliva also involved in tissue repair. If any wound is happened, it cures with the saliva. The wound is cured by the saliva. Okay. Generally, if you know, if you see some animals, if in some any kind of animals, if you observe, if any wound is happened to the animal, that animal uh, will release the saliva on that wound. That animal release the saliva on the wound. That's why the saliva is having the tissue repair nature, wound healing nature. And next, the saliva consists the ptyalin enzyme. That's why it is a salivary amylase. It also involved in the digestion process. And with the help of saliva only, taste detection takes place. Taste is detected with the help of saliva. These are the functions of saliva. And next, you know, mumps. Mumps means it is one kind of a viral infection. Viral infection. This viral infection is happen to the parotid glands. Parotid glands means these are here. You may see the parotid glands. Gavada billalu antam manam. Gavada billalu. సో గౌద బిల్లలు అంటే ఏంటంటే దాన్నే మనం ఇంగ్లీష్లో మమ్స్ అంటాం. సో ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి అడినాయిడ్స్ వాటినే మనం పెరోటిడ్ గ్లాండ్స్ అంటాము. ఈ పెరోటిడ్ గ్లాండ్స్ అనేవి వైరల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్కి లోనవ్వడం వల్ల విత్ ది వైరల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ దీస్ గ్లాండ్స్ విల్ బి inflamed. Inflamed means swelling takes place, and they are due to the swelling that we call as mumps. ఆ స్వెల్లింగ్ వల్ల మనం ఏమంటాం అంటే మమ్స్ అంటాం. మమ్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే వైరల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వల్ల ఈ గ్లాండ్స్ అనేవి ఉబ్బుతాయి అనమాట, ఉబ్బి బాగా నొప్పిలేస్తాయి అనమాట. సో దాన్నే మనం మమ్స్ అంటాము. ఎందుకు వస్తుంది ఈ మమ్స్ అంటే డ్యూ టు ది పారామిక్సో వైరస్. పారామిక్సో వైరస్ వల్ల మమ్స్ అనేటువంటి డిసీజ్ అనేది వస్తుంది అనమాట. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ది salivary glands, and in tomorrow class we will discuss gastric glands and intestinal glands. I will give some work today. So today assignment is name the different types of salivary glands in man and their locations in the human body. Okay, name the different types of salivary glands in the man and their location in the human body. That is the assignment. And I think you already know this. Name the different types of papillae present on the tongue of man. So man యొక్క టంగ్ పైన ఉండేటువంటి డిఫరెంట్ పాపిలే అనేది కూడా ఇది కూడా అసైన్మెంట్ కింద ఇద్దాము. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చెప్పినటువంటిది. సో దిస్ 2 questions I will give today, only 2 questions. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss intestinal glands, gastric glands and intestinal glands. Okay, and
Okay.
liver and pancreas also there. Those we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, so any doubts regarding this? I'm stop sharing. Any doubts? All of you, డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఏమన్నా? అర్థమవుతుందా? వెంకటరమణ, ఓ వెంకటరమణ, ఎక్కడ చూస్తున్నావు? అర్థమవుతుందా? అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? మైక్ ఆన్ చేసుకొని మాట్లాడు.
అర్థమవుతుంది సార్.
ఓకే, వింటున్నావా మంచిగా? దిక్కులు చూడకు. మీరందరూ సరే సరే, మీరందరూ వీడియోలు ఆఫ్లు పెట్టిరు, మరి మీరు వింటున్నారా లేదా మాకు ఎట్లా తెలవాలి? ఈరోజు అసైన్మెంట్ నేను తర్వాత గ్రూప్ లో పోస్ట్ చేస్తాను. అసైన్మెంట్ కంప్లీట్ చేసి పెట్టండి. ఓకేనా? ఓకే, విల్ సీ టుమారో. అండ్ ఐ థింక్ నెక్స్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ తెలుగు క్లాస్. ఓకే, బాయ్.
బాయ్.